Yo, this is Migs718 and you're tuned in to Shaoliiin Entertainment.
I've been getting wasted, drinking strong, but I still like the way it tasted. On the roof, I feel the bounce inside the basement. Had the fire, breathe it in rotation, liquor motivation. I've been getting wasted.
Alright, Migs, how you feeling today, bro?
I'm feeling good. It's just cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's so brick outside. I'm thankful. Like I wore enough. Like I got another pair of pants under these.
You wore one glove here?
I always do.
That hand don't get cold?
Beauty is pain. That's why you got pockets. You gotta have good. Come on. I'm wearing an Avirex leather. I know. Bro, come on. I just be in my pocket with it. I just only do shit with my left hand at that
We
point.
walking around looking menacing as fuck. Alright, so look, let's get right into it. Alright, for the people that it's their first time seeing you, let them know where you from.
Shit. I'm from all over Staten Island, New York, to be honest with you. I started off over by like St. George and like Stapleton, then moved over by like the Harbor and Arlington, then moved over by New Springville, then went down to the South Shore for a year. That shit was weird, not gonna lie. The South Shore was wild. But then moved back up to the North Shore and have been over by like West Brighton for the last like 6-7 years. So I've always been in Staten Island, but I've been just bouncing around it.
Alright, so what's the biggest lesson that you've learned coming up out here in Staten Island?
Know when to get off of Staten Island, because it's important. You get stuck on Staten Island, that's not fun. In all reality, you have to go other places for everything. And I noticed that for basically every part of my career now, whether it's DJing, dancing, modeling, anything creative, like you gotta go somewhere else, because you can't keep talking to the same audience.
Yeah, I noticed that with you. I've gone through your profile. You've been to Texas, you've been to Cali, you've been to Washington. You hit all these different places. But you still come back to Staten Island.
Always,
So I focus on Staten Island native to the death of you.
Yeah, that's why, honestly, 718 is in my name, so people have to ask me the question. A lot of the times people will be like, yo, you from the Bronx? And I'm like, no, I'm actually from Staten Island. They're like, oh, wait. And I'm like, yeah, 718 is actually Staten Island too. Like,
So you proud to
oh
rep
wait,
Staten
yeah,
Island.
I'm not Christina Aguilera. I'm not out here acting like I'm from New York. Like, no, I'm from Staten Island, New York. That's just where I'm from.
So why does Staten Island get so much hate, in your opinion?
I like to chalk it up to 3 things, right? They're broke, and they don't want to pay the toll to go over the bridge, right? They're dumb, and they forget that the ferry is free. It's a 25-minute ride every half hour, and God forbid you miss one. Oh, on a half hour, whatever. You're all right. You'll be fine. And I like to think it's also because people like to just kind of follow along with whatever stigma they hear from other people. Other people want to call Staten Island whatever they want, and then they're like, oh yeah, yeah, exactly what he said, instead of just having their own, mindset about it, actually trying to see what it is out here. There's mad cool shit to do, mad good food. Like, granted, it's not like a nightlife attraction place. We got some bars though. We got some spots that be jumping. So why not? People are just, like I said, broke, bitch made, or they're not informed.
All right, so you went to school out here, right? You went to high school.
Yeah.
You went to college?
I went to SAE for like 6-7 months.
And then you dropped out.
Yeah, bro. Because in all reality, I was going to that school, and I had already had like 5 years of production experience. I was working with Pro Show and Partners in Sound out here in Staten.
So what were you going to school for?
Audio engineering.
Copy.
Everything that they were teaching me was like wire management and like frequency, shit that I already knew. It was like a lot of shit that I already knew, and I was the only 17-year-old in that spot. So I'm like, I'm chilling with a bunch of 40-year-olds. I can't relate with none of them. I don't even want to talk to them and have a conversation because they're looking at me funny. And I'm like, all right, I'm the youngest person in this fucking class. This is kind of whack. I'm not gonna lie. You're teaching me the same shit I already know. I was like, I'm a YouTube university, this shit, and here I am, green and shit.
But I know that you dance, you model, and obviously you make music. Which one did you start off with first?
Technically, I was a singer first when I was like 10. You gotta check the Carfax. You gotta check the Carfax. It's hysterical.
My bad.
So I was in PS22 chorus, right? and we got to sing for Beyonce and fucking Mary J. Blige and like Common and just mad cool shit. We got to sing the national anthem for Yankee Stadium when they were opening up the new one.
Okay.
When A-Rod hit his 500th home run. Yeah, I was one of the little fuckers singing the national anthem. So I was like, yeah, it was cool. That was like my first like introduction to like, holy shit, big audiences are kind of sick and I like this.
Yeah.
But then I didn't sing for mad long. I danced all through middle school. It was an after school program and everything else was whack. And I was like, why not? I was like, girls like it when guys dance. You ever watch Step Up? I was like, this shit is... They always go for the guy that knows how to dance really good. And I used to watch Breakin' and Beat Street and all those movies. So it was like, why not? Started learning, got into it. One style turned into 19 different styles. And it was just classes and this, that, and the third. Then I started DJing because I was dancing for like raves and shit. Like, they loved me. I used to do backflips and get the parties lit. So it's like I used to go out to the events, I used to promote, I used to dance, and we used to make this shit fun. Started DJing, and it was like, oh, now I can do all of this shit. This is fire. Stopped DJing because got into some bullshit with the company that was going in. They went under, whatever. Over that shit. Then I started making music. Music was like junior year of high school, and from end of junior year into senior year is when I started getting into music. Didn't start actually putting anything down till senior year, like the end of senior year. And it's been like that forever now.
And you was born in 99?
Yeah, that's the only reason why I got it tatted on my chest. Everybody looks at me crazy. They're like, what's that? I'm like, dude, I promise you, it's just so when I'm up like at a club or whatever, I can just be like, to whatever bouncer and be like, yeah, I don't need my ID at this point. You think I tatted this for nothing?
Alright, so I get like a real rock star impression from you, right?
Yeah.
So when did you make the transition into that rock star lifestyle? Cause I seen you was like heavy with the bars, like the long like ASAP box braids and shit. When did you make the transition from rapidy rap to the alternative style you got right now?
See, that's the thing. I feel like if anything, I live in arcs. I'm like an anime character. You feel me? Like when I was a little kid, when I was playing football and shit, I used to have a mohawk. I used to color it a different color like every day to match my outfits when I was younger. It's like I used to wear my spikes and chains and all this stuff and get made fun of for it, right? And get made fun of for it.
They was bullying you?
Yeah, imagine. No, I used to scrap. I used to be suspended every other week. It was a great time. But I remember people used to make fun, and now they're in my closet. So all I know is that shit is wonderful to me. I love knowing that, like, from the jump, I've kind of always been like this. And even when I first started making, like, rap shit, like, I was really into the South Florida scene and, like, the scream rap, the influences with metal and punk and stuff like that. I listen to System of a Down and Slipknot and Korn and stuff like that, too. I could go from Beanie Man and Lady Saw to, like, fucking Backstreet Boys the next day, real quick. I have a really open-minded palette when it comes to music. So I'm a little bit of everything. I dance like a fucking, like a boy band guy, right? But I can headbang, and I'm trying to learn how to, I'm trying to play drums, I'm trying to play guitar, I'm trying to play bass and everything. So I'm trying to get fully enveloped in everything. I can rap, I know I can rap. That's fun. That was the go-to genre for me growing up. So in all reality, I've always been a little bit of everything. It's just now is where the rock star kind of comes out. It's more fun. I get to just leave my hair out. I don't have to keep it up in braids all the time. Granted, it's in braids now. That's because I needed it up for the New Year's Eve show. I'm not having my hair all over the place when I'm trying to do a backflip on stage. I was like, nah, not for national television. That shit's crazy.